Welcome to the SRG Sports Talk. So, before we get into the baseball today, for this episode from last night, I did announce on a sort that I might be covering racing from NASCAR Formula One GT Series if it works out. I'm not sure if I'm going to put these on the sound just yet. I might have to skip the following season for the racing to get this all prepped and see what I can do. I mean, I was going to get with the racing on the old channel, but I might have to skip this racing season just for the heck of it. I mean, that is a lot of competition right there. So don't get your hopes up if I do start doing the racing or not. So the project is still up in the air, so I'm not sure when to do it and how to do it. I did announce it on a sort, but I haven't really got into details yet. But anyway, welcome to the SRG Sports Talk. So let's get ready to start. We're going to talk with the 5 games that I announced on the sort as well for last night. Okay, the first game here was oh, here it is. Giants and the Royals. Giants lost to the Royals 3-2. And this was a rest. I could really help it, so I apologize if I have to find it very shortly. Um, so Giants beat the Royals 2-3, which was a very pretty close game. As my these were pretty close games again. The Mets finally won against the Bruins, 0-4. So the Mets are finally winning. Anybody that's a Met fan in New York, hands down, congratulations to the Mets. This might be the team to beat for the next couple of days. They might try to finish strong, despite all the bad news from New York and a few other people that were talking about the Mets. Despite all the bad news, Mets might be able to turn this around. Not to get to the playoffs, but try to finish the season strong. So they're going to try to get this season strong as much as anything else. Minus all the riff-raff, minus all the bad news, it happens. Now we got Tigers and Cubs. Tigers and Cubs won their game against the Tigers 11-2. And 11-2 was pretty. It was a blowout game for the Tigers. I mean, they deserved the win. They earned the win more than anything else, and it was crazy. And the Tigers, on the other hand, do have a good edge to get into the pennant in the playoffs. But the Cubs also have the edge. Mets do have a chance to get to the championship. They have a chance. The Royals, not really. The Gloves, the Giants, not really as well. So we're going to make sure about that if we can. So we're going to keep an eye on these, right? I'm going to keep an eye on these guys because it's like, but the Mets, the Royals, and the Giants, I'm going to keep an eye on those 3 teams because it's going to be pretty difficult. Game 4, which is Philly and the Dodgers. Philly's another one I don't think. The Phillies are the other ones that might make it to the playoffs, but the way they're going with some of the games, they lost against the Dodgers 2-1. And apparently, I'm not saying it's bad for the most part. I'm not saying it's terrible or horrible for the Phillies. They still have a chance to get into the championship contingent for the most part. And as for the Royals and the Mets, and the Cubs, they might still have another way to get in there, but there's going to be a problem there. It's very going to be a one-loss play game if they can get into getting into the championship, getting into the pennant. For the most part. And the last game here was the Marlins versus the Astros. Marlins lost to the Astros 5-3. And apparently, any of these guys could be able to be championship contenders. I mean, literally. I believe the Mets still have a chance to get into the championship final tenders as much as they can. Royals, maybe, depending on how the record is. Cubs, maybe they can get into there. Try to get into the championship. Time will tell with that. The Phillies, Philadelphia Phillies, they might have a chance to get into the championship and win the whole thing. Win the pennant. Win the series. I mean, Phillies have been doing pretty good the last couple of times with the NFL on the Philadelphia Eagles side. They've been doing pretty good. So, Phillies do have a chance to get into the championship. It just really is going to be a problem with Philly to where can they be a couple more teams lately? I mean, Dodgers, they haven't been doing real good with. For the most part, they haven't been doing real good. That's the whole point. They're going to try to adapt and overcome with the other teams, but the Dodgers and a couple other teams, they can't beat. Marlins, I would say forget it. There's no way they can do it. Astros, maybe they can go to the pennant and get to the championship, but time will tell with that. The Tampa Bay Rays, they've been on a downward spiral too, but they've been in Carnegie lately. The Braves and Texas, and I think 3 other teams, and the A's, I would say the A's, and 2 other teams do have a chance to get into the playoff spot for the pennant. Can these teams that I just named off get in there and get in the spot for the playoffs? Try to finish up the season strong and go to the playoffs. That's going to be the issue here with the baseball side of it. But if Philly wins, they can try to do that. They can try to get into that to where they can mosey on down the chain. Anything else. But the Yankees and the Mets, since one team's been doing good, I would say that your Yankees might be able to do this. Try to get into the win streak and try to win that. For the most part, the Mets, on the other hand, they might try to get into it, but I doubt they're going to get into it. The Cubs might go forward with the championship if they start winning more and more, which they have been winning. They have been winning. It's only a matter of time when they start winning. The other part to this would be how far does the team's got to go? I mean, yeah, a couple of days ago, about close to last week, they had the All-Star game. They really had the All-Star game. And New York won the MVP of the year for that All-Star game, which is great, by the way. I mean, totally great. It was a New York Yankee. I mean, he has girls there playing in the one playing in the third, one next beside him, and it's cute. But yeah, but that's like count for something that somebody got the MVP for the All-Star game. You know, even if it's a New Yorker. I mean, does that count for something for New York? But New York doesn't care about that. They want to win championships. I mean, no disrespect to New York. My aunt's from New York, sleeping like a baby right now. But that's the way I want to understand about most people, like New Yorkers. No disrespect. No disrespect to my Aunt Rosemary. It's just why. I mean, maybe I can ask her the question. Is how New York gets so wound up for winning the championship. The major cities, I mean, literally. LA, Philly, New York, Chicago. when it comes to the baseball season, they all get ramped up. Maybe two other teams are down the line. But those are the five main cities in the United States that get ramped up. And I ask myself, how can they get ramped up when your baseball team is losing like New York is now? It's hope. I get it. I mean, you got hope and determination that you have faith in your team. I mean, that's great. That's fan base right there. That's cool. I love that. Same with Cleveland Browns. Cleveland loses every time with the Browns, and the fans are still hopeful, and they still have respect for the Cleveland Browns and the NFL side of it. That's what I love about fans, that super fans get pumped in with the cookouts, get pumped up with the makeup, get pumped up with the jerseys, It's pretty cool. But a lot of times they take it overboard, I'm not a big fan of that. And New York and a couple other cities are terrible at that. I mean, literally. So I'm not saying a lot of cities are wrong, but it's crazy. But anyway, for the SRG Sports Talk Show, we talked MLB today. I'm going to think of what we can do with the racing. I'm going to figure out what I can do. With that, it's going to be more planning, more preparation. But we're going to find out how we can do this. But no, for the SRG Sports Talk Show, with me, John Vick, have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day. We're going to find out what we can do to expand this. And I'm going to enjoy my coffee out there, do the upload, and I'll see you guys next time. But let me know in the comments down below as how you guys, no matter where you are, get pumped up and enjoy sports so much. And tailgate, I couldn't really get it. When you go to the stadium tailgate, I don't get it. But that's all I want to discuss for today for the video. It's a little bit of MLB. So if you like sports, this is the SRG Sports Talk. Like and subscribe to the channel. And leave a comment down below if you want. So for the SRG Sports Talk Show, this is John Vick, sign off. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your morning. Enjoy your whole day where you're working. Have fun. Take care. Goodbye.